Twitch.tv, the worst live streaming platform to grow on? Why is that the title of this podcast? Well, it's because it's true. Before you turn this podcast off and you're like, it's clickbait. No, we have real reasons for why this is the case, and we have solutions for you on how to grow on the most difficult platform to grow on, Twitch, using other platforms to drive traffic over. How do we know what we're talking about? Because I've live streamed full-time myself, and we've helped creators grow for a living for freaking 10 years. My name is Andrew Wall. I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Andrew Perrin. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Also have a good bit of streaming experience on Twitch myself, so I'm happy to be sharing that to help out other creators today.
Totally, and I've helped recently some big YouTubers with almost 1 million followers make not the switch to Twitch, but the transition to Twitch in terms of streaming, and they've seen big multi-$1,000 benefits from that per month. Ross, Dylan, how you doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic. So excited to jump into this. I have firsthand experience in failing at Twitch like most people do. So we're going to talk about my failures, what we learned from them.
Perfect. And if you guys like the way we sound in this podcast, Rode Microphones is our sponsor. The Digital Drop is sponsored by Rode Microphones. All of the vocals you hear during this episode have no extra post-production effects, enhancements, or anything. Ross, you aren't messing with anything, right?
I like to deepen my voice, kind of put that very wide effect on there. But other than that, no.
The sound in this is raw. It's the Rode Procaster mic plus Rodecaster mixers. And all we did was just turn on the onboard processing, which is already on in these. And if you think we sound good and you're shopping around for some new gear, go to our website, propodcastinggear.com. Download our no strings attached, no marketing BS free guide that just has our recommended equipment. We're not collecting your email or your credit card. We're just giving you great gear recommendations to help you do what you want for a living. Hold on, Perrin, are you collecting their credit card and their email?
I'm not. Yeah. No.
No,
I'm
the
really
answer's
not.
no.
I'm really not.
The answer is no. Go to our site, propodcastinggear.com. Download the free guide right now. Thanks to Rode Microphones for supporting this podcast and helping us sound our best. The bottom line is that Twitch's viewership is not growing as fast as the number of streamers that are joining the platform. It's a simple supply and demand calculation. And the bottom line is there's way more supply of streamers than there is demand in terms of viewers. And that means there ain't no growth for you. Not to mention Twitch doesn't even have a suggestion algorithm like YouTube or like any other platform we're going to talk about. It barely gives you the ability to cross-promote or share streams across the platform. There's just really no real way to be discovered on Twitch unless you're already big. So, how do you grow on Twitch? Well, we've got a strategy that we know works. It's worked for our clients, it's worked for us, and we also know which strategies don't work at all. Let's get into it. So the way to make this happen is to grow on platforms that have quote-unquote organic growth. And the term organic growth means you don't have to pay money and you can grow on those platforms. And those platforms are YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. The big one that a lot of you guys are already paying attention to, you're already on, is YouTube. And so many YouTubers are streaming on YouTube, and I yell at them every day in consulting calls on Twitter and everywhere I can, telling them to stop streaming on YouTube for the love of God, because YouTube wants videos. It does not want live streams. Trust me, I was there when YouTube Gaming launched. I worked with Google and YouTube on helping them launch that platform, and since day one, live streaming for gaming on YouTube has been in a nosedive, headed toward the ground. That plane is about to hit the ground and explode. I mean, they literally deleted YouTube Gaming off of their own platform. So, what can you do? Make videos on YouTube about the game that you're covering. And YouTube, as you know, is the largest platform in the entire world. 2 billion viewers plus and growing that you can tap into absolutely for free. So, what you can do is you can make videos about the game that you're covering, guides, tutorials, tactical commentaries, funny videos, stream highlights, things that are highly clickable, highly searchable, and will trigger the YouTube recommendation algorithm, which by the way is 70%, it's becoming 80% of the traffic on YouTube. And then inside those videos that you release, you let people know right in the middle of that video. And by the way, if you're interested in catching me play this game, look, I'm live streaming on Twitch every night at 7 p.m. or I'm live streaming on Twitch every weekend for 4 hours starting at noon. And you drop that link to Twitch at the top of your video description, your pinned comment, and you put it in the banner on your YouTube channel, and you start driving traffic over from YouTube to Twitch. This is the #1 way to grow a Twitch avenue. I've done it before, like I mentioned earlier, with creators with close to 1 million subs on YouTube. They drove their audience over from YouTube to Twitch. They were live streaming on YouTube. They brought over about 500 concurrent viewers to Twitch by snapping their fingers and driving their audience over, and grew from zero to thousands of dollars per month in revenue instantly. So if you can grow an audience on YouTube and drive it to Twitch, there's your diversification opportunity of a lifetime. Now you're making money off of videos, and you're making money off of live streams, and you're on 2 platforms at once, which means if Google gets funky, you're not in so much trouble. If Amazon gets funky, they own Twitch, you're not in so much trouble, and you've diversified your online business. The next opportunity I'm not going to talk too much about because it's just emerging is TikTok. But TikTok is exploding in terms of growth right now. You can come onto TikTok as a gaming content creator, release videos like your very first videos, and just get thousands of views instantly. It's crazy. TikTok has been the #1 most downloaded app for close to a year. Just straight up the most downloaded app, period. It's insane how fast TikTok is blowing up. I have consulted with gaming content creators that grinded on Twitch 6 months every single day, hours of streaming to 0 concurrent viewers. They were uploading videos to YouTube, getting like 10, 20, 30 views per video, getting next to no traction. They upload a couple of basically the exact same pieces of content to TikTok, 10,000 views, 50,000 views, 100,000 views. They're blowing the hell up on TikTok. It's supply and demand. And the bottom line is, on TikTok, there's way more demand than there is supply from creators. And that could be an opportunity for you to build up your audience and then let your TikTok audience know, hey, I'm live streaming right over on Twitch. Think about it. Live stream on Twitch, maybe some funny things happen. You make some highlights, upload them on TikTok. You're going to get crazy, crazy views right now. The opportunity has never been as ripe as it is in the moment. But that's not the only place that you can grow your audience organically for free and drive it over to Twitch. There's also Instagram, an obvious option that you're probably already thinking about. Perrin, tell us about what you can do with Instagram.
If you haven't caught onto the strategy yet, the idea is to go where the organic growth is. If there isn't any organic growth on Twitch, but you love Twitch, go to a platform where there is organic growth and use that organic growth to bring it back to your channel. Instagram can be a great player for that. Instagram still has very high organic growth. However, it is declining and has been declining over time. It will eventually go to 0 and be almost entirely paid, since they are owned by Facebook and brought into the Facebook business manager and advertising system. But for now, and at least the foreseeable future, I would predict the next couple of years or so, you still have good organic growth opportunity on Instagram to build up an audience and get them attracted to your channel and what you're doing on Twitch. Now, Instagram has a couple different requirements for those who are going to get into it. And if you haven't done anything there yet, you're going to need to take this before you get started. You're going to need to be able to let people into your life and what you look like and where the place you live looks like, because Instagram is a picture platform. It's all about images of you and your life. And if you're going to try to work around that, you're not going to be very successful on Instagram. People want to see pictures of you, they want to see videos of you, and they want to see what your daily life is like, even outside of streaming or gaming or whatever your thing is. They want to get to know you. If you're not comfortable with that, then maybe go to another option that we have here in the podcast. If you are okay with that, then Instagram can work really, really well, because you don't have to actually do extra gaming content necessarily just for Instagram to get people to go over to your other gaming content on Twitch. No, you can actually just very easily self-document your life, show the interesting parts of it, make it look good as Instagram is good at doing, and get people interested in your life and talk about your passions aka the one that you have on Twitch where you're live streaming this game 8 hours a day every single day. People will then come to your channel on Twitch from Instagram, and you can do particular strategies like going live on Instagram Live to let people know you're going live on Twitch real quick, just a little bit beforehand. The key is have a differentiation of content on Instagram than what you're posting on Twitch. Talk about different things on Instagram to make it unique for your followers there, because you're actually trying to build two successful platforms at one time. So you need two different types of content slates on both, but try to link them together for cross promotion. So Instagram, get it while it's hot, essentially. In the next couple of years, that growth is going to die. If you're someone who is okay with money and wants to inject money and pay for growth, Instagram, you can do that with. So you can do a paid strategy with advertising to grow your Instagram account. And this can be useful if you want to save time and you have money to grow your Instagram and lead traffic over to your Twitch TV channel. That's Instagram in a nutshell. I know we've got more, and probably my more favorite one to use is Twitter. And Ross, I know you're kind of the master there. If you want to talk to us about how to use Twitter to grow Twitch.
Ross A. Dillon, Twitter juggernaut, they call him. So if you didn't know, this man, Ross A. Dillon, he created VGF Gamers on Twitter. It gets billions of impressions per year in the gaming vertical. And so he knows how to get traction on Twitter. But Ross, does that instantly translate into getting tons of viewers on Twitch? Tell us, my friend.
Let me tell you, out of all the platforms that we've talked about, Twitter, there's a really good argument that Twitter has the most range for organic growth, simply because you're not competing necessarily against an algorithm, you're competing against time. So it actually were, with Instagram and Facebook, a strategy to get more organic growth where then you can kind of transfer people over to another platform. That may involve, only doing one post per day or 2 posts a day. But actually with Twitter, you're going to want to do between 3 to 7 posts a day just to keep growing organically, to keep gaining those organic impressions. Because the more you put out there, the more people can see you. Like saying, you're competing against time. So you also need to know when the best times to tweet are, and that can be whenever you find your audience to be the most active and engaged, typically between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., and then again between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Those are all Eastern Standard Time. So those are the times you're going to want to actually kind of schedule out what you're going to say. When it comes to actually cross-promoting, to send people from your Twitter account over to Twitch, the number one thing you have to do first and foremost is gain the trust of the audience that you're trying to send over there. And that's not just going to happen by consistently posting links to your Twitch saying, hey guys, look, I'm streaming. Because chances are the people who are reading that have literally no idea who you are. Why should they click and go watch you? It doesn't matter if you think you have value at all when you're dealing with social media, especially something like Twitter, where, like we talked about, you're focused more on time rather than an algorithm. You have a very limited amount of time to actually show them what you can do and why they should watch you. Because typically when you're scrolling through, we've all done it going down the Twitter timeline, you're scrolling pretty fast. You're not stopping. There's maybe a split second that you had to grab somebody's attention to get them to go over there. And I can tell you, doing that with a link is not going to work. For example, it was probably 2015, the first time that I said, okay, you know what? I've got VGF Gamers here. At the time, he had like 200,000 followers. I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out this Twitch thing. And prerequisite, I am a terrible, terrible live streamer. I mean, just awful. And so I did it. I went live on Twitch, posted, on VGF Gamers on the Twitter account. Hey, first time I'm ever doing this. I'm streaming. Shot in the dark, AWOL, Perrin. How many people do you think I actually got over to my Twitch stream?
11.
2.
AWOL, you were closer. I got 4. I got 4 out of 200,000 followers on that. And the tweet itself, I remember exactly because I was trying to figure out what was going on. The tweet itself had 25,000 impressions and only 4 people clicked that link. In fact, one of the people that came in and said, wow, man, 200,000 followers and 4 people in here watching. This is kind of sad. And it was. So the next go, what I did is I took a decent clip, the one decent clip from 2 hours of streaming from the earlier one, and I posted it. The next time I went live on Twitch, I posted that. And then also with the video, I posted a link to the live stream. That live stream got over 150 people. So that just shows you that you have to have some kind of visual content. You have to have some kind of attention grabber. And it needs to be high quality because other people that are not, professional gamers. They're putting stuff out there that's just terrible quality. It's not good content. So you have to have something that sticks out in your video, preferably, meaning high quality, or some kind of image that's high quality that fits within Twitter's image resolution so they don't have to click to expand the image and try and read what you're doing. Give them as much information up front. Show them right up front. Doesn't have to be a long video clip of what you do, of you streaming. It can be literally a 5-second video clip. Something that grabs their attention that they may not see it this time. They may not. They may see it and not click this time. But if you keep repetitively doing that, they're going to start watching the clips. And the more that they enjoy the clips, then they're going to say, okay, I'll go give this person an opportunity and watch them live stream. That is the best way to do it on Twitter. It seems simple, but it's something that's going to take a lot of time. Like I said, 200,000 followers, and the second time when I actually did it right, I only got a little over 100 people that went there. So it's something that is going to take up little time. Don't get discouraged if you start doing this and, maybe you get one person or you don't get any people for the first few months. It's something that takes time, and especially when people then go back and look and see what you've done on your feed, see all these clips and stuff like that, you're giving them fresh content right up front. They're going to be more likely to click on your newer streams and go watch you then, even if it's just based on weeks old content that you'd posted up of you streaming. That happens all the time, where you can actually see on the analytics, people go to your profile and visit it. And that is where you can pick up even more streamers. It's not just about what you tweet, it's about what you've tweeted in the past. So you might as well start stockpiling right away.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold your horses. Oh my God. I think we discovered some sort of secret about platforms. You have to put content on platforms that people want to watch, and then they'll go do the thing you're asking them to do?
Whoa, wait a minute, AWOL. You're saying that people don't care about you as a personality as much as they do the content? That can't be right.
No. That's impossible. Because when I post on Twitter, or I post on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, and I say, yo guys, I'm live on Twitch, come watch. Like, people care about me, right?
It's all about you.
Oh, okay, cool. The example Ross just gave was absolutely perfect. I've seen people do this on YouTube as well. They'll upload a video. This is an old school strategy. They'll upload a video to YouTube being like, yo guys, I'm live on Twitch right now. Come join me. And the conversion rate is terrible when they do that because there's no value right there. It's just straight up a promotion. People don't want to see a promotion. People want to see actual content in their feed. And the strategy that Ross is talking about will also work for TikTok. And I've also seen some people run a strategy like that on Instagram in the past as well. If you have a super hilarious clip or gameplay moment or reaction from you, or a series of reactions or a highlight reel from your stream where it's just straight up entertaining or straight up interesting or epic gameplay or a unique moment or something trending and fresh, you can upload that to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and you're giving that audience value right up front, and then they're going to want more of it if they liked it, right? Then they will click your link. You get it? Value first, then click, not give me click. You will get crickets instead.
Yeah, you've never bought a product. Like, say you go to you're watching a late night commercial or something about what do they always sell late night? Like those cutting boards and the knives or the tape that covers everything. If they did that and they said, you know what? Here's our pitch. You go ahead and give us your money, and then we'll tell you what our product does. 10 out of 10 times, you're not buying that. It works the same exact way in social media. Give them something worth buying.
Makes sense to me. So stop promoting your Twitch and go ahead and upload interesting content that gives people the opportunity to see more on Twitch. Cool? Hope that makes sense. So in summary, you need to grow on organic platforms, non-paid platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and the platforms of the future. Grow there first by uploading valuable content that people actually care about and want to see and is triggering the algorithm. That is triggering the algorithm. And then diversify to Twitch. Don't make the switch to Twitch. You hear people making the switch to Twitch or the switch to Mixer. Don't switch. Diversify to Twitch. Twitch should not be your primary avenue for creating content and releasing content unless you're already gigantic on Twitch, in which case you're not listening to this podcast.
If you guys actually do get this strategy to start working, You get some users, some concurrent viewers from social, from Twitter, from Instagram, from TikTok, whatever, over to your Twitch channel. Do this next strategy because this is going to help compound your results. While you're actually streaming on Twitch, let's say you have a good moment, something really cool happens, and you've got a couple people there watching, clip it and social it. Send it back out on Twitter, send it back out on TikTok. And you can even get your viewers to help you clip that for you on Twitch if you're busy in the middle of the game, etc., something like that. They can get that started for you. So not only do you have a semi-editor to help you do your social content, you're doing it live while you're streaming, which markets your Twitter, your Instagram, etc., to all of your current viewers and gets them interacting with both platforms together, just like you want them to. It's positive reinforcement for each asset that you have that you're trying to diversify, helping them compound your growth. So do that. If the beginning part of the strategy works for you, you get a couple concurrents, give that a shot. Let us know how it works out.
Yeah, like literally show Twitter on screen, you uploading the clip to Twitter, you captioning it, being like, I don't know, what should I call this, guys? What do you think the title of this should be? Somebody in chat's probably going to say something hilarious and come up with something creative. Be like, yeah, hell, you guys, why don't you guys just manage my socials or whatever? Then you post it up and they're going to engage with that like crazy. I've used that strategy myself and it totally works.
You don't even need to tell them to engage. Like, you're automatic, just because you're doing it live on stream, they're going to be inclined to want to engage with it because they had a part in crafting it or creating it.
Yeah, they're a part of the story. They were there in the moment, and they're going to be there to support you on that other platform. It's only going to help grow. So it's cross promotion, not one-way promotion. For the most part, it will be from other platforms to Twitch, but there is some opportunity to promote from Twitch to other platforms. That's a great point. Power tip for those that listen to the end of our podcasts. And I want to thank you all so much for listening to the Digital Drop Podcast. We encourage you to subscribe on the podcasting platform of your choice. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Google Play Music, we're on Stitcher, we're on SoundCloud, we're on freaking everything. Just subscribe so you don't miss our weekly episodes. Free content for you, free value. So on your journey to making gaming content full-time. Good luck on Twitch. I know it sounds critical in this podcast. We love Twitch. We love it with all of our hearts. But you need to face the reality that you need to build an audience off Twitch, then drive it to Twitch to grow.